us about yourself. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Katerina, and I come from Czech Republic. I think I am kind of courageous and adventurous. I try to be easygoing. I like to get out of my comfort zone.
Oh, that's nice. So getting out of your comfort zone, that's why you start to travel?
Yeah.
Remember, you are an animal lover.
We have a lot of cats at home. I think already we had maybe 20 at least. We have bees, we have rabbits, chicken, and that's it. And we had a hamster.
As since your first time traveling to Taiwan,
Yes.
what's your first impression here?
The weather is much nicer for me than it was in Indonesia where I came from. It's not so hot, you know. That was my first impression. I got off the plane, so I thank God.
Before you come to Taiwan, what else have you been to? Where else?
I started in Malaysia, then I did Singapore, Borneo, Indonesia, and now I'm here.
Why do you decide to come to Taiwan?
I want to learn more about the way Buddhist people live. So I'm coming to one of the monasteries in Kaohsiung to learn more about living with monks.
Okay, cool.
And it's very beautiful, you know, the east coast of Taiwan.
Oh, that's nice. You already know about these places in Taiwan. Which places you have visited?
I've been in the
Yangmingshan
Yangmingshan Park, and then today I did Teapot Mountain. It was very rainy.
Yeah.
And how do you call it? Jufen?
Jiufen, yes.
That's very touristic. So far, yes. And I've done a lot of Taipei around to see.
You're very efficient. You already went to these places within 3 days?
Yeah.
You're going to Kaohsiung stay with the monks. What else will you plan to visit?
Before I want to go to Hualien, Taroko National Park. Also, I forgot, Tainan.
It's famous for food.
Maybe Kenting.
You also mentioned about the Aboriginal culture. Maybe you want to experience it.
I hope so in Hualien.
And how do you like Taiwan so far? Do you think they meet your expectations?
I think they go beyond. The food, the nature, even just the infrastructure and the public transport. Everything is so easy and so people are helpful, and the only thing it's very difficult to read, you know, where I need to go or what I need to buy.
I believe that English instructions should be enough.
Somewhere, yeah.
Then after Taiwan, you will go to which countries?
I'm going Philippines, and then I go Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, maybe India, because I need to go to Europe before I go to Australia, because my brother will have a baby.
What are you going to do in Australia? You're going to work holidays?
Yes, I got the visa, so I'm going to hopefully spend at least 1 year working and traveling around Australia and visiting New Zealand. Just see the mountains and see the nature, and then come back to Australia.
Could you introduce your country? You're from Czech Republic. Like which city you're from, and for us, we have a general idea of what the country is like.
I come from a city called Příbram, which is south from Prague. It's very close to Prague, which is a beautiful city. I used to work there. It's my favorite city. I like it a lot. Czech Republic. We are located in the Central Europe, next to Germany and Poland, and Austria and Slovakia. We are bigger than Taiwan, but we have much fewer people. We have only 10 million. They say we have a very good sense of humor.
What food is famous there?
I'm a vegetarian. We don't have many vegetarian dishes, so I don't eat traditional Czech food. It's like the food that our grandmas cook, but it's soup and it takes 8 hours to cook them. It takes so long, so it's something we cook once a year, twice a year. We don't cook it every day.
So it's for like specific occasions?
Kind of, or when the family gets together, or when I visit my grandma. We have a lot of dumplings as well. Our food is kind of similar to Polish.
If for the tourists they want to go to Czech Republic, what's the place you strongly recommend to go there first?
So very touristic is Prague, and then Český Krumlov. It's very famous because of these old towns. A lot of beautiful houses and towers and castles. But I would recommend, it's called Mikulov. It's east-south. and it's so beautiful. It's just a lot of nature and beautiful villages. I like that place, and it's very good for biking. It's very flat.
Could you teach us some basic words?
Hello, when you want to say, it's ahoy.
Ahoy.
It's like a pirate, what they say on the boat. Ahoy.
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 Okay.
That's what we say. But it's informal. That's what you say to a friend. When you want to say maybe bon appetit, you say dobrou chuť. What else?
Like goodbye or thank you.
Thank you, děkuji, and goodbye, naschledanou.
Naschledanou.
Oh, very good.
Let's come to the most difficult part, the tongue twister.
A tongue twister. So we have a letter that goes Š. Okay. And the tongue twister goes Mařeno řekněře, neřeknu řeřichu, ty by ses mi řechtal. Can try.
Please pronounce it slowly.
Mařeno řekněře, neřeknu řeřichu, ty by ses mi řechtal.
I will pass it myself because it's very hard for me. What does this tongue twister mean?
So there is a boy and he's saying, Mary, pronounce R. And she says, no, because you will be laughing at me because it's so hard.
It's like implying that Czech is hard to pronounce.
Kind of. But it's just for fun, it doesn't have a deep meaning, you know.
Okay, it's very interesting and thank you for teaching us some Czech.
Very useful.
Also, like you speak English very well. Could you share us your English learning experience?
I started at school, of course, when I was 10, but I quickly realized it was not enough. So I started, listening to music and watching movies without the subtitles or with subtitles even. And then I started also, I remember having a lot of the...
Pen pals?
Yes, pen pals.
Ah!
And I would just learn English with them, and we would be texting each other and sending messages and voice audios. And I learned maybe in 9 months.
With these methods, you can practice English more and it's really helpful for you.
Yeah. And it kind of opens your door.
I think it's the experiences from your writing with your pen pals. It's not only about the languages. Probably, I think it's something motivating you that you start to travel around the world.
I wanted to travel, ever since I was little. But I knew that I have to learn English if I want to go to other countries and meet people and talk to them and live there. So I think that was my biggest motivation. To one day be able to study abroad and live abroad and have friends abroad.
I heard something that interests me, like you said that you always wanted to travel the world. Why would you like to travel around the world?
I don't know. I keep asking myself, but it just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It feels just right, when I'm home, I feel like I need to go and explore the world. But maybe one day I want to settle down and have a family, or maybe I just want to see how people live here and there and to kind of decide for me where I belong.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Overall, your learning English experiences should be fun because you watch movies and listen to music. Could you say something to those English learners?
I think the most important rule is just to speak and not be afraid to make mistakes. I was very afraid to make any mistake, and I was very good at grammar and listening, but I wasn't good at speaking, And then I realized that I have to break through this and just talk to people, and it's so uncomfortable because you don't know how to express yourself in the language, but you just have to keep trying and trying, and even if you make mistakes, just don't stop. I think that's the fastest and most efficient way to learn.
I think the pen pal experience really helps because you do voice message.
When I make a mistake, people can correct me and say, this is wrong.
Could you share your pen pal experiences?
It's been almost 10 years from Mexico, the USA, Britain, all over the world,
How many pen pals at one time you have most?
Not so many. I like fewer, but deep connections, kind of.
How many years of experiences you have?
I think I was doing it when I was 15, maybe 15, 16, for 3 years. It was really nice, way to learn.
And also, let's still keep in touch with them.
And it's not just about learning English, it's also about being friends,
That's nice. Can you tell us a little bit about your working holidays in Australia? Like what are you going to do there and what's your plan?
So I now finished studying in Denmark, and I made some money. I was working while studying, so now I want to just travel and see the world, see Southeast Asia and East Asia and Asia. And then I'm going to Australia to make more money to be able to go somewhere else. But I also just want to see Australia. I've always been interested. I don't think it's a country for me, you know, but I just want to see how people live there, and they say it's very easy to find a job, so we'll see. I also want to do what's very popular to do, just rent a van, sleep in it.
It's much easier to...
At first I wanted to go a bicycle and do it, but distances are extreme.
Don't hurt your knee again.
No.
Yeah, maybe you can get a bike and then attach it to the top of the van. Stop somewhere that you can bike again. At the end of the video, we're going to take pictures together. How to say goodbye in Czech?
Nashledanou.
Nashledanou.
Very good.
Nashledanou. You can also say
Nashledanou. I wanted to say in Chinese, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're going to say that in Chinese. Ni hao is hello. How to say goodbye in Mandarin is 再见.
再见.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, okay, everybody in Taiwan, 再见.
再见.